Hello everyone, welcome back to Financial News. Today is May 22, 2023. Paul Munico with Ameriprise. So as my co-host, I'm Ron Jankowski with Channel 4. Paul, I'm going to let you give us an update, and when you're finished, I'm going to talk about what has been shared with us as of this morning from Ameriprise.
Great, thanks. You may be hearing a lot about the topic of artificial intelligence lately, and you may be getting some questions on that topic. So I'm going to dive into that briefly today. You know, investor interest surrounding advanced technologies, including machine learning and artificial intelligence, has expanded rapidly over the past several months as new user-friendly applications experience exponential user growth. Many market pundits have compared the rise of AI applications to the advent of the iPhone or the internet. Now, in our view, artificial intelligence is a quickly evolving field of machine learning with the potential to disrupt and advance existing industries while at the same time creating new opportunities and businesses. We recently issued a technology sector insight report that looks at the rise of AI applications, where we believe the technology is headed and how investors might gain exposures to companies that could benefit from these evolving applications. We view machine learning and artificial intelligence as transformational technology that could experience exponential growth over the next several years. Estimates regarding the potential size of the generative AI market vary widely. However, most forecasts anticipate maybe a 20 to 30% compounded annual growth rate for the technology, bringing the total market size to between maybe 5 billion and 10 billion. Now, financial considerations when moving to a new state is something we're going to cover about in the next topic.
Wow, that was a lot of information on the AI.
It's evolving, it's out there, and people are talking about it, so we'll see.
So I hear. Well, Ameriprise gave us the following information as of this morning. U.S. stock index futures are mostly flat to start the week as investors focus on debt ceiling negotiations. And of course, as everyone knows, that has not been resolved.
Nope, there's a lot to talk about there still.
Markets in Asia finished higher with Japanese markets hitting a 33-year high. Wow, that is surprising to hear. And Europe is mostly flat at midday with the broad-based stock 600 nearing a 15-month high, also high. Treasury yields are mostly quiet after last year's big up in yields, where the 2-year gained 28 basis points to 4.27%. Bitcoin is down 0.2%. Gold is down 0.4%. WTI crude is down 0.4%, down to $71.55 a barrel.
There you go.
You want to add anything to that, Paul?
No, I think
you covered it all.
You summed it up pretty good.
Okay, stock index percentage returns. S&P 500, a plus 9%. Dow Jones, a plus 1%. NASDAQ, a plus 21%. Nothing more to add. We'll just move on to the next show.
Okay.
Stay with us. Thank you, Paul, for that update. We will be going on to our next show called Your Money. Paul always has an excellent topic to share with us. Stay with us. We'll be right back. And thank you for staying with us. Our show called Your Money. Paul usually has an interesting topic. Now, again today, when you're moving to a new state, that could have some impact on a lot of things. Paul, take it away.
Yep, spring is in the air. It's that time of the year when people maybe consider moving and potentially moving to a new state. So there are some things you should be thinking about, of course, of making a major move in that manner. So, you know, when moving to a new state, deciding whether to move to a different state, it does come with, of course, many considerations. Now, top of mind might be factors like weather, job market conditions, and educational system. Finances likely come into play as well. So today we're going to go over 5 key considerations to take into account as you evaluate your options. So number 1, recognize cost of living factors. Living expenses do vary from one place to the next. Moving across state lines means your housing costs are likely to change. Commuting expenses are another consideration, as well as expected monthly payments for services like utilities and internet connections. Health insurance costs may also differ depending on where you live, so make sure you are prepared for your new financial realities, whether they'll ultimately help or hurt your bottom line. Number 2, understand your moving expenses. So if you're moving for a new job, some employers will cover moving costs, but if that isn't the case, it's important to estimate what your out-of-pocket expenses will be. If you have few personal belongings, costs could be minimal. But if you are moving a whole household, you'll need to rent a moving van or hire a professional service, and moving costs can add up quickly. So make sure you include them as you build out your budget. Number 3, become familiar with tax laws in your new state. So state income tax rates vary dramatically across the United States. Some states have higher sales taxes, while others offer sales tax exemptions on items like food and clothing. This is another living cost consideration, as you should evaluate how your bottom line may be affected by a move out of state. Tip number 4, consider the impact on your investment. So investment income such as dividends or capital gains may be taxed differently in your new home state versus the state from where you are moving from. Make sure you are aware of the potential impact and determine if it might be beneficial to make changes to your investment portfolio. In addition, if tax-exempt municipal bonds from your current home state are part of your portfolio, be aware that you will lose the state tax exemption benefit if you change your state of residency. And tip number 5, review your estate plan. Laws affecting estate plans vary by state. You'll likely need to update your wills, trusts, and other key estate-related documents, such as healthcare and financial powers of attorney documents. Consider your decision to move across state boundaries a perfect opportunity to conduct a thorough review of your estate plan. As always, we recommend working with a professional. If you have a relationship with a financial advisor, that's great, and it will make sense to discuss the financial ramifications of your move with him or her. Also discuss with your estate planner and your tax planner. And keep in mind that they will need to be licensed in the state where you intend to move if you plan to keep working together. If that's not feasible, you may need to seek advice from an advisor with the right credentials to serve your needs. As always, start the process as soon as you can to ensure a smooth transition of your finances as you settle into your new living situation.
Excellent point that you brought up when you're moving is that you talk to your financial and tax advisor that are licensed in that state so they understand the laws. Very good. Paul, why don't you give your ID so that if there's a question, someone can get in touch with you?
Thanks. Any questions regarding this topic or others, feel free to give me a call directly at 708-226-3412.
All right, thank you, Paul. For Paul Munical with Ameriprise Financial, myself, Ron Jankowski with Channel 4 and Palos Heights, we wish you a good investment day.